All right. Good Lord. What goes on? 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 Friday Night SmackDown is in the past. The entire Friday is in the past. A snowstorm is on the way. Harlots are in my bedroom. But Championship Sunday is going down this Sunday. Hunter Thomas, Kasha, David in the building. Samaj, David, another David. Yee in the building. One world. Nate, Tyler the Giraffe. What is going on? Jay, Amari, Travon, the artist formerly known as the Willie, D, Chiseled Adonis, Hitman 47, Winter King, Sean Jones, Keyshawn, Delta Supreme, RJ Barnett, Planets, Johnson, Jefferson, Shaq, Odin, EK, Swerve, Honcho, Wana, Jackson Gaines, Saint, Richard Stone, LeGreat, Tom the Simp, the Gentle Beast, Lake is in 5, Jay over here promoting EBG already. When I came down, ooh, Jeremiah, Ben, Alpha Wolf, Big, Jaquise, Elijah, Spectra King, Anthony White, TN Pyro, Monado in the house, Neo Gohan, for 5 on it. Said Goku versus Madara, who I got winning. Goku's gonna win because he got plot armor. But for all intents and purposes, Madara should win this fight, and it should not be close. But we already know how Goku has found a way to survive. And best believe, if you have a situation where Goku can come back, because somebody gonna use Dragon Balls or some shit like that. Best believe Madara fixing to come back with that doggone reanimation. Now the question is this a reanimation Madara, or is it Madara while he alive at full strength? One way or another, Madara should win, but Goku gonna win because he got plot armor. That's just what's gonna happen. Chris put 2 on. Said my thoughts on the All-Star starters. Wiggins. Every other starter I kind of understand. Little bit about Trae Young. Because his team kind of sucks, but I understand because the brother been balling, so I ain't gonna take nothing away from him. But Wiggins. But then again, who would you put in front of Wiggins? Because everybody else motherfucking hurt. This man gets in as a starter on a technicality. Yeah, it was, Wiggins. Oh, no. Kamarka said, am I late? No, not at all. We just started. Shaq said John Jones versus Ngannou. Listen, let me tell you something right now. I was talking about it during the Gon and Ngannou fight. And I said if Ngannou fought against John Jones should be able to take advantage of Ngannou because Ngannou has that punching power. But let me tell you something. Ngannou really stepped up his technical game in the fight against Gon. Now, does that mean that he's going to dominate John Jones? I think not. But if they can play a bit of the mat game, and Ngannou can take, Jones to the ground and put that weight on him, it'll make things a little bit tougher. But again, same way that I felt before, the longer the fight goes, the more it benefits Ngannou's opponent in a fight against Khan. Not really. But John Jones, it's just a matter of rust. There hasn't been that consistency of him being in the ring. Me personally, I believe he's the greatest UFC fighter ever. But Ngannou has less ring rust because he's been in the octagon, fighting frequently. Jones, constantly out on a technicality. So, I never want to pick against Jones, but I would have to see what he looked like coming out of the fight camp. But I would have to lean towards Ngannou. But really, I'm pulling for Jones. But, Acid put 2 on. Said, did I see a DM on Twitter? Probably not. Chicken put 313. Put 6 on it. Much love. Chicken. Am I streaming the Rumble? Yes, I will be live tomorrow night. But yeah, the Rumble tomorrow is going to be interesting. Big Blue Dog said, let me do my essay. Why you never doing your homework, Big Blue Dog? You out here failing in school because you tuning into Chisel Adonis streams and you're going to put your poor missing homework, your F's, okay? You dropped classes. Your repeat of a grade on me. It's not happening, big blue dog. And let me tell you something right now. You mess around, you get good. You mess around, get good grades. Let me tell you something, brother. Whatever scholarship happens to fall on your table, take all of the money that you would have been paying and put it towards my student loans. My loan forgiveness matters more than your education, and never forget that. Everybody else, I will not share the same sentiments with you. But between me and Big Blue Dog, any dollar that comes across your account from this point forth shall be mine. I already have my team that never existed, is doxing your hot mic profile, and I will get access to every account linked to your family. Why am I talking like this? And I will have my loans forgiven on your time, brother. Your time. Mahmoud put 2 on, said Jiraiya versus Roshi. Jiraiya versus Roshi. Jesus Christ. No contest, because a big booty Bailey, big booty Bailey's going to walk into the room, and then both Jiraiya and Roshi, and they're going to pass out, and we will not have a winner. That's going to get real strange real fast. Bobby or Brock, who I got win. Honestly, I think Brock going to win, but damn it, I really would love to have Bobby win that match. You know what? Because they probably want to keep the Brock Roman thing going, maybe Bobby does win. Brock enters the Rumble, wins the Rumble, challenges Roman. You know what? I'll have to see how I feel about it tomorrow. Yo, bots in the building. What's going on? Malik says, take off the cap. I will not take off the cap. Damn it. We got our Britney Spears shirt on today, so I'm feeling a little bit stronger than yesterday. You see what I did there? 2000, she had a song named Stronger. So that's what makes it funny. Trey the Good. God, pardon me. I said good, rather. They'll miss the no. Put 2 on, say who I got winning the Rumble tomorrow. Well, I'll have to see when it begins. Mahmoud, so put 2 on, say more than Big Mike, Big Milky Tsunami. Well, Big Milky Tsunami, Mike. Let me tell you something. No, nobody's gonna be missing out. Nobody gonna need no formula when Tsunami around. You know what I'm talking about? But nevertheless, Malik said I got twisted. Yes, indeed I do. Yes, indeed I do. But are we ready? Dreads not up. Are we ready to break down Championship Sunday? First and foremost, comment section. I want to see you right now. Who you got winning? Who's going to the Super Bowl? Both your teams that you have winning, Bengals or Chiefs, Rams or 49ers. Who you got headed to the Super Bowl? Alex Braun says 49ers Chiefs. Johnson Jefferson said Rams Chiefs. Marcus said Stone Cold Steve Austin coming back and winning the Royal Rumble. Really, you don't catch yourself in that genjutsu. I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing Rams and Bengals. I'm seeing more Bengals. But the one constant that I'm seeing here is a lot of Rams. I'm seeing a lot of Rams. Not many people believe in the 49ers. I've seen 5 different 49ers. I've seen an overabundance of Rams. Oh, here comes the 49ers supporters. Rams, Chiefs, Rams, Chiefs, Rams, Chiefs. Tyler Giraffe said Cowboys, Steelers. Hey! This man think it's 95 or 78 or 75. They eliminated. They've been home since the wild card. They didn't draw a wild card and Uno all of a sudden told the other teams, 2 for your mistakes, I'm back in the dance. It don't work like that. Who they? The Bengals fans are in the building. Mahmoud put 2 on, said one thing's for sure, there will be no clowns in the Super Bowl. We can all dream. Yo, remember 5 years ago in 2016? Who the fuck were those clowns? Who were those clowns that was patrolling the streets of the United States? Who were these clowns? I think somebody, who sent me? Somebody sent me the post last night. That shit was on my mind all night. I should have been. I went to sleep at 12. I woke up in a cold sweat at 4:37, and I remained up until 5:12, thinking about who the fuck were these clowns? Who were these clowns in 2016? Who were they? Toxic Falcons fan put 2 on it. Said Falcons will rise up in the chat. Who were those clowns? They about to cancel school campuses because of these damn clowns, bruh. Who were these clowns? They need to be stabbed, bruh. I think that's when the It movie came out, wasn't it? I can't remember. But there was clowns in bulk. I remember Halloween was coming around. They said, do not dress up as a clown. That shit was on the news, bruh. That shit was on the news. Shit crazy. Johnson Jefferson said it was the Proud Boys. Goddamn clowns. They said it's a Jacksonville fan base. God, dog. Somebody said it's Antonio Brown. Shit. You never know. You look underneath the clown mask, you find out it's the people who you thought it was all along. The movie came out in 2017. Must have been in preparation. Nevertheless, Hunter said, you from Chicago, they would have closed school for that shit. That excuse ain't good enough. Listen, let me tell you something. Chicago wasn't going to close school for nothing. Clowns pull up in Chicago, they getting filled with they're going to turn into a Scanshawn real quick. Nothing but lead going onto their doggone paper. And by paper, I mean they body. Chicago don't play that shit. Chicago don't play that shit. Motherfuckers in Chicago got bazookas. Do you understand? You pull up to the wrong convenience store in Chicago, you might encounter a youth with a bazooka. I cannot confirm nor deny said sentence, but I'm telling you right now, they probably got a motherfucker out there. They scary out there, dog. They scare. Hunter, move out, dip. You live in Chicago, don't live there no more. Okay, go to North Carolina. Matter of fact, don't do that. North Carolina could not be said. I'd say go to one of the Dakotas, but where you gonna find people who look like you? It's gonna be kind of weird. You walk up in there, we don't like your kind around here, boy. Well, back to Chicago I go. They got guns like lice. You ain't wrong about that. Chicago, I feel like Chicago, they got witches out there that just be whipping up guns in basements somewhere. You come over for a sleepover, you don't get no food, you get a gun. Come here, Darrell. What's going on, Madam Miss Thomas? Here you go right here. What am I supposed to do with this? Go outside and rob somebody. Okay, Mrs. Thomas. And they 14. It's macaroni time. Poop, poop, poop. It's macaroni time. It's crazy out there in Chicago, dog. It's wild out there. Oh, my camera blurry. Why are we blurry? Hold on now. There we are. It shouldn't be so goddamn blurry. Let's break down both of these games, okay? We went off the doggone. We went off of topic. Miami is sole possession of first place. You love to see it. But first and foremost, we shall do the NFC Championship, despite the fact the AFC Championship is first. So we'll talk about the AFC Championship first. So I saw the vast majority of people choosing the Chiefs. There was a couple of Bengals predictions in there, but more people were choosing the Chiefs to win. And let me say this. Both these teams met a little over a month ago, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was a little bit over a month ago. Ryan Patent on it said, will I be going live for the Rumble? Yes, I will be. Also, you're hyped for Sunday. I want a Bengals 49ers Superbowl. Also, that girl who poured champagne needs to put a clown suit and belongs to the streets. You ain't wrong about that. Mahomes' fiance needs to be RKO'd expeditiously. I cannot confirm nor deny if it will be me who travels the road to do so. Probably the best move would be an RKO on Jackson Mahomes, and while my legs are still suspended in the air, I then hurricanrana, you know, what is it, Brittany Lynn. I then Hurricanrana her, and then I RKO Jackson at the exact same time, and then I make my escape. But I would probably be stopped by Travis Kelce's parents at that particular point. I would have to now throw Ben Gay at them. And then from that point, they're like, woo, Ben Gay, we old, we like that shit. And that will be my great diversion to escape from Kansas City. But AFC Championship, Chiefs, Bengals. A little bit over a month ago, these two teams played against each other. And what happened? Well, the Bengals had quite the deficit in front of them. They were trailing at one point. I believe it was 28-7. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was 28-7. And then, no, pardon me, 28-14. It was 21-7. And for whatever reason, in the second half, the Kansas City Chiefs forgot how to play football. Completely forgot how to play football. And Joe Burrow threw for 466 yards and 4 touchdowns. Jamar Chase caught 11 passes for a whopping 266 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Burrow and Chase rubbed their nutsack on the Chiefs. Our Danny Pafavona said it's going to be Matthew Come Touch My Stafford versus Joey Tiger King Burrow in the Super Bowl. 28-17 lead turned into a McPherson field goal that won the game for the Chiefs. Won the game for the Bengals as time expired. First and foremost, here's the one thing that I think the Chiefs have going for them here. For one, in that particular game, the offense took their foot off the gas. As we've seen as of late with the Chiefs in their more recent games, that hasn't been the case. However, one caveat that they have here is their defense did against the Bengals the first time. Their defense last week against the Bills were non-existent. Thus far in the playoffs, we've seen the Bengals against the Raiders move the football with ease, convert third downs after third downs with ease. We saw the Bengals against the Titans have moments where they could not stop the run, but Tannehill's indecisiveness constantly kept giving the football back to the Bengals. So that now leaves us in a spot here where it's like, man, how do you predict how the Bengals will play this upcoming week? Because the offense looked spectacular against the Raiders. They looked subpar against the Titans. The offensive line did not show up against the Titans. Burrow got sacked 9 times. Chiefs got to Josh Allen. Got to him. Now, can the Chiefs defense, and Tyrann Mathieu is healthy. Evidently, he's been practicing all week, so he will be returning. Can the Chiefs defense get after Joe Burrow in time to force bad decisions? That will be the ultimate X factor. It's going to be a game of the trenches because we already know the skill positions are going to show up. All right? First and foremost, that first game, Tyreek Hill did a whole lot of nothing. I think it was like six catches, 40 yards. I think Travis Kelce, he had 5 catches, 25 yards, and a touchdown. Not that much production whatsoever. That cannot be repeated this upcoming Sunday. Forerunner said, is the NFL scripted like the WWE? I don't think so. Jeffrey Patu said, what's up, bro? I hope you're safe out there in this snow. Hey, I'm all right. My father is going to be driving home from work in about 30 minutes, so I would hope that he is driving safe. Say so. But it's going to be a game that's won and lost in the trenches, and the defenses are going to have to come up clutch. If the defenses do not come up clutch, whichever team happens to, I would say, give up more conversions on third down will lose this game. Because look at it like this. Frank Clark, Chris Jones, and company have to be able to generate a pass rush. Burrow got sacked a couple of times in the first game. Mahomes never got sacked. In fact, I think he got touched like 4 times in the first game. Both defensive lines going to have to be on their goddamn A game. Bottom line. Google sucks, said the fat man's coming for me on Sunday. Well, we're going to see how that plays out. Could UFC fights be fixed like dudes taking dives as a pot? No, it's definitely possible. Probable. Not so much because they're not getting paid that large a purse. So unless somebody's ready to do something else, I doubt it. Our Danny Pafavo said, I don't think the Chiefs defense can stop the pass. Joe Burrow will have time with that mediocre defensive line. You're not wrong about that. You're certainly not wrong about that. Now, with Tyrann Mathieu, being able to play in this game, the number one goal for the Chiefs should be stop Ja'Marr Chase. Under no circumstance should Ja'Marr Chase go over 100 yards. But in 2 playoff games, gone over 100 yards. Leandre McCoy, Pafavo, said, glad to see student loan collectors didn't hang you by your thumbs soon. Better get on that or be in the back of some abandoned warehouse. I probably will find somewhere over there. Kanathan said Tyrann Mathieu is overrated. No, he's that brother's a baller. But Ja'Marr Chase was the number one and, for all intents and purposes, only target in that very first game. If the Chiefs cannot box him in and slow him down, they're going to have a bad time. They did a sensational job against Stephon Diggs this past Sunday. The only caveat, Gabriel Davis went 8 for 201 and 4 TDs. So if I'm the Chiefs, do you feel comfortable shutting down Ja'Marr Chase, which is already tough in itself, and then allowing T. Higgins to put up those kinds of numbers? Danny put 2 on and said, Burrow has so many weapons, it's a win-win. So it's a very tough situation for the Chiefs. This game will be won and lost by the Chiefs defense and the Bengals defense. Because let me tell you something right now. Chiefs offense is firing on all cylinders. Jerick McKinnon is truly the X factor of that offense. He's added a different pace to the Chiefs backfield. And we saw in spurts, the Bengals defense gave up a couple of holes there against the Titans last week, right? So it's truly going to be a battle of which defense blinks first. Or I should say, which defense stops blinking. Because I expect this to be a high-scoring game. I would highly doubt both these offenses are going to struggle. Whoever wins that turnover battle is going to win this game. Honestly, one turnover from your team, you might just lose. Unless, of course, the other team turns it over and then makes it a wash. Ancho put 5 on and said, Chisel, we need that rock bottom fold up with the people's elbow in the battle versus the unchiseled. Indeed, you will get both. It's a situation where the defense got to make plays. Bottom line. Because if the Chiefs defense played the way they did last week against the Bills, if you think Gabriel Davis going for 201 was bad, Jamar Chase might just go for 300. He went for 266 already on him with 3 TDs. But this the postseason. This Arrowhead. This Kansas City 4th straight AFC championship. So, man, let me tell you something right now. This is going to be a hard one to predict. This is going to be a very hard one to predict. And last but not least, because given Green Bay's situation, I don't want to overtalk. Special teams. Special teams. Special teams. The Chiefs did something that they haven't done in a very long time. What is that? They put Tyreek Hill on punt return. Now, granted, like I said earlier, I don't expect these defenses to make a lot of stops. But if in the event that they do, if Tyreek Hill, and no disrespect to McCole Hardman, if Tyreek Hill is back there receiving punts, I lean more towards Kansas City because that brother is an absolute weapon. He can get the play. He can put Kansas City in favorable field position all game long if they leave him on special teams. And if I was Andy Reid, I would make sure that Tyreek Hill is there on special teams. LAD Patuon said the Bengals are the biggest bandwagon this PS. Well, yeah, I mean they kind of are at the moment. Damn, Big Blue Dog said you hope Tyreek Hill pulls his hamstring. Hey, listen, dox that brother right now. I need. Hey, with his. What? Edit that out. Editor. Cripe it. Put 5 on it. Say got the Terramana Reposado. Goodness. A couple days ago. Now waiting to see it. Use it on Sunday. Also, Bengals should be proud regardless of outcome. I think the Bengals want the Super Bowl at this point. They are hungry for the Super Bowl. They're glad to have won a couple playoff games, but they want Super Bowl. It's Gemini for 5 on said if the unchiseled Adonis hits you with the stink face, it's game over. Listen, let me tell you something. The unchiseled Adonis hit me with the stink face. He finna die. I'm telling you that right now. But special teams. McPherson has been clutch. Butker has also been clutch. So, this truly will be a game won and lost by the defense. All week long, I chose the Bengals. All week long. But, man, let me tell you something right now. Seeing how Tyreek Hill played last week and how Kelsey came up big, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. I'm taking the Chiefs. I am taking the Chiefs. And this, it really depends on how, when the game starts on Sunday, I'll see if I feel different. But all week long, I was feeling the Bengals. But, man, and mind you, this is the Chiefs' opportunity to right their wrongs. They lost to the Bengals earlier on in this year in devastating fashion because they let them come back after that offense couldn't be slowed down. I don't think the Chiefs make that same mistake again. I'm taking the Chiefs to win this game. And to be honest with you, a lot of these games in this postseason has been close. I don't think this one will be inside 10 points. I think the Chiefs probably win this game 34-24, 42-32. All I know is it's going to be at least 10 points between the Chiefs and the Bengals. And you know what's the one thing that I think is going to really affect the Bengals in this game? Joe Mixon is going to be completely wiped off of the doggone box score. They're going to eliminate his ability to run the football because the Bengals will fall behind early. They're going to take away the swing passes so Burrow won't have that safety blanket there, and they're going to force him to continually throw the football vertically down the field. And, man, I'm taking the Chiefs to win this game in the AFC Championship and head back to the Super Bowl for the third consecutive year. Our Danny put 2-1 and said Chiefs did beat the number one defense last week, so I don't know. Austin put 5-1 and said, you going live for the Rumble tomorrow night? Yes, I am. Also, what are my predictions for it? I'll probably, tomorrow while we're previewing, I'll probably have it. Because right now, Sasha Banks returning at SmackDown tonight. I got Sasha winning the Women's Royal Rumble. And as for the man's possibility that Bobby messes around and beats Brock, then resulting in Brock entering the Men's Royal Rumble, winning, and then challenging Roman. Also, you won L.A. You want L.A. versus the Bengals, but you got a feeling it's going to be L.A. versus KC? Fair enough. Our Danny Patu said, I'm going to have to argue with you about Mixon. Hey, that's going to be the tough thing. Because with Mixon, I like Mixon. I do. But the Chiefs are probably going to come out to a hot start the same way that they did before. And Arrowhead is going to be louder than ever. If the Bengals go 3 and out or they don't score on their first 3 possessions, this game will be over. So there's that. I got the Bengals winning. I got the Chiefs winning over the Bengals by a difference of at least 10 points. Now, for the NFC Championship, the rematch. For the third time, divisional opponents meet this season. Porn star Jimmy G leading his 49ers. Matthew Stafford leading his Rams. Our Danny Patu said, guarantee you will explode on the third and fourth quarter. That's the thing. We will see how things play out. Rams, 49ers. The 49ers has won 6 straight. 6 straight against the Rams. They even had a game where Nick Mullins was at quarterback and still beat the Rams. No matter what the circumstance may have been, the Rams have found a way to lose to the 49ers. Debo Samuel is the ultimate X factor here. Because let's just be honest. Jimmy G has not looked, of all the quarterbacks in the playoffs right now that remain, Jimmy G is by far the worst. By far the worst. By far the worst. Jimmy G has turned the football over. He's held the football too long. He's made bad reads. But he's found ways to win games. On the other end, the Rams, in the wild card, took care of business. In the divisional, nearly blew it. Nearly. But took care of business. And now they have an opportunity at redemption. Let's just read off, because there's one thing that's very interesting here. Jimmy G, when he is active, has never lost against the Rams. He's never lost against the Rams in his career when he's active. 6-0. 6-0 against the Rams. 9 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. The last couple of games, he's had over a 70% completion percentage. He's found ways to win games, no matter the circumstance, against the Rams. And the Rams have found ways to lose. The last time these two teams met was in the final week of the regular season. The final week of the regular season. And what happened? The Rams lost in overtime. Cooper Kupp gave them a 7-point lead with the game pretty much in a situation where they can kick the 49ers out of the playoffs. Jimmy G was struggling. 2 interceptions, not doing a very good job. What happens? Marches his team down the field. Black Hood said, "Why I always got to cut on my hands? I'm trying to learn how to cook, so I end up hurting myself." I actually I chefed up 2 different HelloFresh meals today, and I cut the shit out of right here. Like, my other finger had healed. Then I cut the shit out of over here. Like, how does this even get cut? I literally, I looked down and I was bleeding. I'm like, oh shit. But 49ers constantly find a way to defeat the Rams. Debo Samuel in the last 3 games against the Rams. Week 18, 4 catches, 95 yards, 8 carries, 45 yards, and he had a touchdown, right? Game before, he had 2 touchdowns, 36 yards on the ground, but a rushing touchdown, 97 yards through the air, and also a touchdown there as well. The game before that, the season prior, 11 catches, 133 yards. This man finds a way to destroy the Rams every single time they play. Every time they play, he finds a way to hurt them motherfuckers. But I'm going to tell you something. Jay said I should have been on Next Level Chef. No, I shouldn't have. I'll tell you right now, no, I shouldn't have. I'd have get eliminated first. Bring shame to myself and my family. I'll tell you something right now. This Rams team, in my opinion, is better than they were in Week 18, and I'm going to tell you why. 2 words. Von Miller. This man's been there, done that before. His presence has been felt in each of the past few games that he's played in. That ankle is healthy, and I'm telling you right now, he makes the ultimate difference. Why? Because this man and his ability to rush after the quarterback now puts you in a situation where you have to respect him coming off that edge, and can you leave him single covered? Then you're in a situation where Aaron Donald is moving around. He's not only lining up inside anymore. They put Aaron Donald at end. They put Aaron Donald, they had him standing up sometimes. Aaron Donald is starting to move around, right? Floyd ain't no joke either. So that defensive line, no matter what combination they want to put, they can generate pressure by themselves. And if they can get to Jimmy G, Jimmy G will give the football away. Jimmy G will give the football away. This game will be won and lost by the Rams defense. They came up short 3 weeks ago. You think they don't hear the chirps, the chattering? Can't beat Kyle Shanahan. You can't beat Kyle Shanahan. You can't beat Jimmy G. You can't beat the 49ers. You think they don't hear the chattering? That defense has got to play the best game that they've played all year long. We've seen the Rams blow people out. We've seen the Rams blow people out and then mess around and let them make a comeback. The Rams need the D-line to make a difference. Then, on the offensive side of the ball, turnovers. Why did the Bucs make a comeback? Because the Rams wanted to give sports fans a heart attack. 4 fumbles on very, or I should say, very interesting moments. Right before halftime, Cam Akers running into the end zone, or I should say what would set up a 3rd and goal inside the 3. Fumble. Cooper Kupp. They get the football at the 40. Cooper Kupp on the first play of that drive, on a drive that was already given a short field because Tampa Bay kicked it out of the end zone, or I should say kicked it out of bounds, fumble on a drive that probably would have produced points. Von Miller forces a fumble. The center snaps it over Stafford's head. At that point, they were already inside the 30 of Tampa Bay. That drive would have probably generated points. Cam Akers ultimately fumbled again on a drive that would have, ultimately put said game away. The Rams, this game, bottom line, turnovers, defense, that is how they win. Protect the football, force turnovers, and sack Jimmy G, prosperity is in your favor. The 49ers are going to do everything in their power to try to slow down the Rams receivers, right? But there's one thing that I think the 49ers are definitely going to get taken advantage of. What's that? For one, they lead the league in defensive pass interferences, right? So when it comes to the secondary, messing around and drawing flags, 49ers are the culprits. If I was the Rams, I'm attacking vertically down the field all day. All day. All day. This is a game on paper that the Rams should win no problem. But what have we seen the Rams do in games against the 49ers? Find ways to lose. They find ways to lose. That's the problem. OBJ is going to pop off. It's highly plausible. It's highly plausible. Abdul said if the Rams win, I'll do a TikTok with Addison Rae and the D'Amelios. You'll do a TikTok with them and the Rams win? Well, there it is. I mean, alrighty. The 49ers are in a spot where they need the Rams to play characteristic and find ways to make things, unfortunate down the line in an effort to keep them in this game because the Rams should be blowing them the fuck out. I don't think Championship Sunday is going to have close games. I don't think it will be. I think both of these games are going to be a separation of 10 points. I think the Rams are finally going to get the job done, and I think they're going to take down the 49ers. I think they're going to negate the run game and force the 49ers to have to win this game with Jimmy G. I think under no circumstance will the Rams go out there and allow, the run game to get the best of them. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're going to see a Rams-Chiefs Super Bowl in a game that we probably wanted to see in 2018 but did not get. I'm taking the Rams to win at home, and for the second consecutive year, the home team will be represented in the Super Bowl by the team that plays in that stadium. I got the Rams. I got the Chiefs going to Super Bowl 56. And the NFC Championship will be won by the Rams, and I think that too will be a difference of at least 10 points. For the Rams, they have to win now. This right here is going to be very shades of 2013 when it was 49 to Seahawks, But you had a feeling like, yo, this is kind of the Super Bowl right here for the Rams. You cannot afford to not play your best game against the 49ers because they have your number. And I think the Rams will play mistake-free, and I think they're going to take care of business. It's now or never. It is now or never. Rams, Kansas City, those are my picks to go to the Super Bowl. Again, in the chat room, let us know who you guys got going. And last but not least, Jalen Ramsey against Debo Samuel. I don't see them matching up all game long, although I believe that they should. Ramsey needs to make sure that he's on his A game. You can't have a slip up like you did against Mike Evans. I think the Rams are going to get a couple of turnovers here and there, but they're going to need to play consistent. Bottom line, Toxic Falcons fan put 2 on and said, why aren't we talking about the Falcons? Because the Falcons are in the death note. The Falcons haven't done anything in franchise history. The Falcons have generated how many MVPs? 1? How many Super Bowls? None? The Rams are going to need to win this game. I got Rams and Chiefs, both games, separation of at least 10 points. Both teams, separation of at least 10 points. We saw a wild divisional Sunday. I do not expect to see that same sort of consistency going into Championship Sunday. I got Rams. I got Chiefs. Headed to Super Bowl 56. SoFi. So my picks. Those are my. Let's not talk about the teams that ain't gonna make it. Well, who knows? I might be putting everybody in the death note at Super Bowl. I'm looking forward. I am looking forward to Championship Sunday. I would love to be proven wrong and see very, very, very competitive games, but for whatever reason, I feel like the victors on Sunday are going to dominate. I feel like the victors on Sunday are going to dominate. And then it will be the loser teams trying to fight so desperately to make a comeback. I will say this about the 49ers defense, though. Nick Bosa had better go out there and eat. Whitworth is now back from injury, but Whitworth is 40 years old. If Bosa do not cook this man, Bosa need to have a bicep surgically removed during the offseason. Andrew Whitworth been playing football since Red Grange had the leather helmet on, okay? Andrew Whitworth was there. He was there when there was a John Wilkes who exited a booth to take out Lincoln. Whitworth was there. He was 67 on that day. Whitworth was also there at the start of the Revolutionary War. Whitworth is a time traveler. But the difference is, although he's in every photo throughout history, he's never actually died. Whitworth is 763 years old, starting at left tackle. That man old as fuck, okay? That man's old. Betty White just died at 99. When she was a kindergartner, Andrew Whitworth had just entered his 113th year in the NFL. Whitworth old as fuck, okay? Whitworth is old as fuck. He cannot and should not be able to dominate Nick Bosa. But by golly, Whitworth still plays very good football. Still plays very good football. He does. He does. So Nick Bosa had better go out there, take care of business, and not let himself get, dominated by Whitworth, because that'd be sad. It'd be very, very, very sad. Okay? Whitworth probably is going to mess around, and, he wins the Super Bowl here, Hall of Fame for sure. He's not a first ballot, I'll tell you that much. But Whitworth is probably going to get the nod, because what he's been able to do in his 30s has defied the odds of when we talk about, left tackles. So he'll definitely be able to get it. And you know what's funny? Whitworth being 40 completely overshadows Peters being 39. But by God, if Peters has not announced his retirement, he needs to. I've already talked about this before. Every single Bears game, Jason Peters was on the floor. He'd leave and go to the sideline. We see him come back in a couple of plays or maybe in the next quarter. That man too damn old to be playing, bro. Come on, dog. Time to retire, man. You go into the Hall of Fame for sure. Going to the Hall of Fame. But listen, it's time to dip, son. These old tackles, it's time to go. Is LeGarrette Blount a Hall of Fame? Fuck no. Fuck no. Darian said Whitworth was there when the Rams was founded. He was their first official player. Whitworth was around for a lot of different world events. Rumor has it Whitworth was there when the Big Bang actually happened. The dinosaurs went extinct because they could not get past the protection of Andrew Whitworth. The humans was somewhere, and Whitworth stood on the front lines and turned into that crab in the episode of Family Guy. No, 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 and the dinosaurs died before him, and they are now extinct. Thank you, Andrew Whitworth, for keeping the dinosaurs at bay. That's how old this man is. That's how old that man is. Jay said Whitworth was there when God created the earth. In fact, Whitworth gave God the insight to create the earth. Alex said the Falcons are going to win the Super Bowl. In Madden? Which Madden? Madden 2004? Maybe 6. Perhaps Madden 97? 98? Madden 77? The grit splits. Whatever the case may be, it is now 11:32. It is time for me to go to sleep. Tomorrow night, I will be live for the Royal Rumble. I should probably do a giveaway for it. I'll do a $50 giveaway for it. Who knows? I'm gonna set up the stream. We're gonna set up the giveaway questions on Hot Mic. We're gonna make it very fun. But I will see you tomorrow night. Oh, and by the way, I've downloaded the Antonio Brown I Am Athlete podcast. I've also screen recorded his interview with his lawyer on HBO with Brian Gumbel as well. I cannot promise that I'll have the video done tomorrow. However, for sure, before the month is over. I said before the month is over. Before the Super Bowl, for sure. I should say before the Pro Bowl, I will be touching once more on this Antonio Brown situation, because once he said that he wants to, look for some further litigation and sue the Buccaneers and everything. I said, oh, okay, let's see where this goes. But it's very interesting that he continues to drive home, this ankle stuff, but then he continues to downplay, how he said this was a matter of, or it wasn't a matter of targets and things of that nature. But if you watched his interview on HBO and you look at his mannerisms, and listen, I'm not somebody who talks, oh man, look at the way they're acting and conducting themselves. That makes them guilty. This man, the whole time, is literally checking himself out on the second screen. You could see him. The lawyer is talking straight to the hard camera. Antonio Brown looking at himself in the mirror. Or I should say, looking at himself, I guess, on the monitor that reflects what they look like, adjusting his chain, throwing on a smile and all this other stuff. Like this man here. Come on, dog. And like I said before, as it pertains to integrity and all this other stuff, don't get me wrong. I'm all about players fighting for that shit. The Buccaneers organization and everything, they got some shady stuff going on. Bruce Arians slapping players upside their head and all that goofy shit. That stuff, definitely wrong. Doesn't make Antonio Brown right. So we're going to talk about that when the time comes. I would hope that I can do it tomorrow and have it ready before the start of the Royal Rumble stream, but only time will tell. If not tomorrow, then most likely Sunday morning, maybe. So I will see how it all plays out. But nevertheless, I will see you guys tomorrow night. I need maybe a dancing LeBron can take us to the nightcap. Where is dancing LeBron when I need him? There we are. I'll see you guys tomorrow.